Okay, so we are here with Ron Placone. Ron's going to be staying with us for this story. Everybody check out Ron's live stand-up tomorrow night. Ron, where do they go for that? They go to your website or where do they go?
Yep, just ronplacone.com. You can grab tickets. It's going to be, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and you'll be watching it online.
But you'll be at the club on stage.
Yes, I will be at the club on stage, and it'll be live streamed.
That sounds actually like it will actually be more fun.
Yeah, we're just getting a little bit closer, you know? It's like I'm not in my living room. I'm actually physically on stage, so.
All right, well, here we go. Here's a story about Edward Snowden, right? So, periodic reminder that Vice President Joe Biden personally blocked Snowden from getting asylum from anywhere else. Just so you know, people go, why is Edward Snowden in Russia? It's because he wanted to go to other... Well, we're going to get to that, actually. He's going to tell you. Edward Snowden... Joe Biden told countries there'd be consequences if they granted him asylum. That's why. Hey, former Vice President Joe Biden and then Secretary of State John Kerry pressured countries to protect whistleblowers and asylum seekers to deny Edward Snowden entrance. Boy, by the way, there's a duo with a solid record. Joe Biden and John Kerry, am I right?
Right.
Holy shit. Wow.
A lot of wins there.
Lot of wins.
They get it.
Snowden applied for asylum to countries such as allies in France and Germany, but every time it got pulled. And here it is. Here is Brian Williams, corporate tool, pro-war pusher, and a liar of the Iraq War record. He was interviewing Snowden. Here's what he said.
What some of us knew, and that was that you were a thoroughly American kid in your upbringing. You wake up every day in Russia. You go to sleep.
By the way, when Brian Williams was in Russia, he took rocket fire. I don't know if you know that.
He was on a plane, right?
He was on a plane, took some rocket fire. He's all right. Okay, here we go. They're going to announce it at a hockey game. Okay, here we go.
Every night in Russia, are you actively seeking to get out? Are you, as has been reported, looking for asylum elsewhere?
Well, this is not an actively seeking. This is not a new thing. And this is important history, especially for those people who don't like me, for those people who doubt me, who have heard terrible things about me. It was never my intention to end up in Russia. I was going to Latin America, and my final destination was hopefully going to be Ecuador. I applied for asylum in 27 different countries around the world. Traditional U.S. allies, places like France and Germany, places like Norway, that I felt the U.S. government and the American public could be comfortable that was fine for a whistleblower to be in. And yet every time one of these governments got close to opening their doors, the phone would ring. And they're in their foreign ministries. And on the other end of the line would be a very senior American official. It was one of two people, then Secretary of State John Kerry or then Vice President Joe Biden. And they would say, look, we don't care what the law is. We don't care if you can do this or not. We understand that protecting whistleblowers and granting asylum is a matter of human rights, and you could do this if you want to. But if you protect this man, if you let this guy out of Russia, there will be consequences. We're not going to say what they're going to be, but there will be a response. I continue to this day to say, look, if the United States government, if these countries are willing to open the door, that is not a hostile act. That is the act of a friend. If anything, if the United States government is so concerned about Russia, right, shouldn't they be happy for me to leave? And yet we see they're trying so hard to prevent me from leaving. I would ask you, why is that?
I'm guessing Joe Biden is not your candidate for 2020?
Actually, I don't take a position on the 2020 race.
So there you go. That's why he ended up where he's ended up. And now you know the rest of the story. Maybe Donald Trump's a little better. Let's see.
Former Attorney General Holder just the other day said perhaps some sort of plea deal could be in the works. He also said that Snowden spurred a necessary debate. Yeah. What would you do about Snowden?
I think he's a total traitor, and I would deal with him harshly. And if I were president, Putin would give him over. I would get along with Putin. I've dealt with Russia.
You think you'd get
Putin
along
hates.
with Putin?
I think I'd get along with him fine. I think he'd be absolutely fine. He would never keep somebody like Snowden in Russia. He hates Obama. He doesn't respect Obama. Obama doesn't like him either. But he has no respect for Obama, has a hatred for Obama, and Snowden is living the life. Look, if I'm president, Putin says, hey, boom, you're gone. I guarantee you that.
Well, he's been president for 4 years, and that hasn't happened. But isn't it great that both Donald Trump and Joe Biden have the exact same view of whistleblowers like Edward Snowden? Isn't that amazing? We got bipartisanship for all the good stuff. Fracking, war, demonizing whistleblowers. That's good bipartisan stuff, isn't it? You know, can I just tell you the difference between actual lefties and the Mick resistance? It's right here. Lefties are offended by Trump calling Snowden a traitor, okay? The Mick resistance is offended because he said he gets along with Putin. That would be the difference. One other thing Republicans and Democrats can agree on, journalism. Let's kill it. Look at this. I love this. Oh, God, no. Someone unjoin them. It's like an oligarchy octagon.
Yes.
So, Ron, aren't you surprised that Donald Trump hasn't been made to pay any price by his base for his complete 180 turn against whistleblowers like Julian Assange and Edward? Well, he was always against Edward Snowden, but he was for Julian Assange and WikiLeaks.
Yeah, I mean, I think at one point he said some nice things about Julian Assange, but then now he's still trying to prosecute him. And yeah, I like Brian Williams' incredibly weak follow-up question too, by the way. I mean, Edward Snowden just lays out all this, like how this is just such a blatant assault on press freedom, all the hypocrisies of our empire. He just lays it out there. And Brian Williams just goes, so, you're not going to vote for him, probably. He's not your 2020 guy. How about the guy that called you a traitor? You into that guy instead? What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's his fault. So you're not going to, he turns it into an Entertainment Tonight fucking level question.
Yeah.
So you're not going to vote for him, I guess.
And I'll say this to everybody, too. For anyone who hasn't yet, I do highly recommend reading Permanent Record, Edward Snowden's book. I read it a little while ago, and he did a really good job. It's a very, very good book. A lot of it's stuff that you've probably heard of before and but the way he kind of packs it up, it's a very good read.
I tried reading it. Not enough pictures. Not enough pictures. Anyway, all right, fantastic. Ron Placone, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks, Jimmy. Good to see you, man.
You too. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.